Well, bass anglers have heard this term ambush or ambush predator for a long time. And I think the more that I observe things and watch things, that term is not as accurate as we think it is. The ambush term, the definition ambush, according to Merriam-Webster, is when something lays in wait to attack them or to sneak attack it. Let's take a look at this, for example. It is buried up in the bottom of the seafloor where you can barely see it. And it is truly waiting to ambush some sort of prey species that happens along, burst out of hiding, and attack and eat this thing. Well, bass just don't do that level of hiding. It's easy from our perspective to think so from above the water. Let's say we've got this bass right here sitting on this dock post, and we happen to come by and drop a jig by it, boom, it slams it, and we pull it into the boat or up onto the shoreline. From our out of the water perspective, it's easy to think, oh, that bass was hiding under that dock and ambushed that jig, that prey species. When in reality what was going on is that bass was in much more of a loafing or a relaxed type of a mode, and instead of ambush, we got that fish to react. Well, when you take that approach, that mindset as react instead of ambush, that does several things for us as an angler. First and probably most noticeable is I'm going to be messing around with speed. And as far as speed, I'm talking about on that drop, how fast that lure falls, slow it down, speed it up, try to get it by in clear water really quickly, make them react to it, or maybe a wacky rig at the other end of the spectrum. It just kind of undulates by nice and slow and presents that super easy meal right by their face that they can't avoid. The other ways that thinking about it as a true reaction helps us is now we are more likely to make multiple casts to a target from multiple angles. Okay, I hope that makes sense. If you've watched any of the major tours on their live streams, okay, with all these live scopes and this type of stuff, they will see these fish under these docks or above a brush pile or in a laydown, and now they are making many casts to these fish from different angles because they can see it and observe it, trying to get the fish to react. If that bass was truly an ambush predator, it wouldn't take 15 or 20 casts to finally get that bass to react to it, be irritated by it, whatever it might take. So it's this whole new technology has really opened this up as far as the difference between a true ambush predator and getting a predator to react. And hey, if you want to watch a video that talks about 5 bass behaviors that I've really observed over the last 3 years filming underwater, go ahead and check this one out right here. And make sure that you go out and encourage someone today. You never know how you might just change their life. For the Bass Fishing Life, I'm your host, Steve Rogers.